right, from burnt boxwoods to broken bark, stinky trees, questions abound for our garden expert, Frankie Flowers.
Yeah.
And he will try to answer them in all their glory. The first one from a long-time viewer, first-time caller.
Pick me, pick me.
Okay, yeah.
I have so many gardening questions. I pick your brain all the time. I actually took a pick this time.
Yeah.
I have moss in my garden. A specific area, I had turned over the soil, so the pictures don't exactly show how much there was, but I took a close-up and I took a wide shot. Why do I have moss in my garden?
So first thing is by turning up the soil, that's a good thing. So you're starting to put more oxygen in there. Compacted soils where not getting a lot of oxygen, moisture, and then you have a lot of sunshine. And forget me, a little sunshine, that is. And then compacted soils that are clay-based, that means acidic soils. Those are all the combination to create moss. So by turning it over, putting more air into that, drying it up, that'll get rid of moss. Trying to allow more light into the area by pruning will also help you out. Or putting down dolomitic lime, which is a horticultural lime. You can buy it at your garden center. That'll neutralize that acidity and then help you get rid of that moss.
Would black mulch, everybody puts that down because it looks so pretty.
Yes.
Is it actually good for your garden? Does it help with things?
And what it does is reduce weeding, and it'll retain moisture for you, so cut back on watering. So it is really good. So cutting back on work for you, and then as it breaks down, adds to the soil as well.
All
That's
right,
my gardening for this weekend.
Yeah.
Mulching.
Yeah.
Let's talk for Piera Cacciacaro. I hope I got that one right. Sabatino. Piera Cacciacaro Sabatino. She says,
good.
"Hi, Frank. Just wondering what I could do for my boxwood shrubs that got damaged from salt over the winter. Some still have greenery. Is there any hope?"
So this happened to a lot of boxwoods. It was really tough over the winter time. So what happens is when you get not only salt damage, but you have sun during the winter and wind, creates a drying effect. The same drying that happens on your skin. That's winter burn. If they're over 50% brown, it's probably a good idea that you're going to need to replace them. You can see these ones here. You can just take your hands, take a little bit of that brown out, fertilize them with a high nitrogen fertilizer at this time, keep them well watered, reduce the amount of stress, and they should flush out some new growth and fill in.
Those ones look on the edge, though, don't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Donna and Paula Quist, they sent an email about their sunset maple. They said, "Hello, Frankie. We watch BT every morning and have done so for the past 2+ decades." Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Our question is about sunset maples. We planted 4 of them 9 years ago. 2 have grown beautifully, but 2 are smaller with an issue in the trunk. It looks like the bark is defective and missing, and they look like knots. Any help would be much appreciated.
So this is bark splitting, and this bark splitting is also another result of adverse winter conditions where we see warm and cold that actually causes split, and then that bark will peel back. A lot of times people think maybe I should require pruning paste to go on there. Studies have shown the pruning paste does nothing whatsoever, that it will heal itself, scab over, and continue, reduce the amount of stress. So right now we've had a wet spring, which is pretty good for a lot of the plant material. If we go through a period of drought during the summer months, you want to keep it fairly well watered so it doesn't go through additional stress. It'll come back. It'll be fine.
Oh, good to know, because they've had them for 9 years. So.
Yeah.
And this is normally a question for before the Victoria Day weekend, but this year is special. Can we start planting? Are we safe to plant?
So the one thing, overall we're safe to plant because I look at the 7-day forecast, we're frost-free.
I should hope so. We're into May.
But peppers, let's just tell you that we're going to show a picture of some basil. Basil, by the way, can take a little bit of some cold temperatures, but when it gets cold temperatures, it'll have some leaf damage. That's a show of some of the cold winds on basil and the leaf damage that'll happen. But peppers require a soil temperature of about 20 degrees. And that's what you need is warmer soil for peppers. So plant everything, but hold off for a week on your pepper plants.
And we kept the smelliest for last.
Yes.
Smelly tree email from Ellie St. Clair. The streets of Burlington are beautiful. However, what is making this tree smell so bad?
So this is an ornamental pear. This is the Bradford pear that back in the 1950s was recommended to be planted in many city streets because it was so disease resistant. But right now the city of Pittsburgh Forestry Department has prohibited the use of this plant.
Wow.
And the reason for it is all due to its smell. And indeed, it smells like rotten fish.
Really?
The reason why it smells like that is it's trying to attract insects towards it to help pollinate. So although it's a fantastic tree, easy to grow, and it's beautiful in bloom, it does have a little bit of stinky repercussions.
Nature is always amazing to me.
It is.
Attracting insects with its stinky smell.
Yeah, if only we could do the same.
It doesn't work that way for us.
No. Humidex of 30 today, so make sure you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good tip.
Nicole is down at the Kingsway Boxing Club. She's fighting cancer down there. Nicole.